Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Hello, happy Friday. Congratulations on making it to the final day of the traditional work week, if you work a traditional work week. 12th day in a row working, sometimes days start blending together. Holy moly, good evening, good evening. I have a kitty cat. Would you like to say hello? Yeah, there she is. Hi, Bun Bun. Coming to say hi. I am parked up in Pandaria because perfect. That works out actually. I'm camping this rare because I need him to drop for me. Not that. I need him to drop. Hi. Hello. Careful. Don't unplug it. I need him to drop for me. There's like a kidnapped puppy crate. It's some form of trinket that does a lot of melee hits to help you shatter Viscidus after you've frozen him in AQ, which is something that I'm farming casually, or well, I will be once I can kill it by myself, just for transmog's sake. So every now and then I come up here and I, visit Borgin, and every time he gives me something else. So I guess I'm not doing AQ this week, or at least not at this point in this week, just because I don't want to go if I can't kill Viscidus. It's just going to be a big old hole in the collection. Hi, Thunder. Does it drop for range classes? I don't know. A bunch of people told me to farm it. I guess I shouldn't trust that much though. Yeah? Okay, watched a lot of your YouTube videos. First time catching one of your streams, made a balanced read and well. Hello, welcome to the stream. What I really wanted to do, and I'm glad that I just got a kill of that so I can feel like I can leave, because it takes a minute to fly yourself out here regardless, although I think I might know a faster way to get there. Oh no, I don't, never mind. What I'm thinking of doing is I want Mog and I want a couple more mount runs, but I want to do them all on my main because the rest of my characters are happily, they're all parked all nicely out at Nalik, and they've already done their Nalik kill for this week. So I want to leave them there so that I can get some more Nalik attempts next week. So I want to do any further farming on this character. We did our BFA dungeons yesterday. I want to do Nighthold. And I want to do any other kind of Legion raids I can, because if I look at how cute she is. I love that cats are self-cleaning. It's very handy. You do such a good job. Dropped a plate thing. Bracers of the Frozen Summit. Those are, let's see, plate. Yeah. So we good. 2 thumbs up. Morning. Okay, all right, Miss Kira, hi, hello. Pandoric, thank you very much for the 22-month resub. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I am going to, I will forewarn you right now, I'm planning a brief stream today. Not, like, super short, but, like a 2 hours. I'm going to take off at 11 because I want to fit some stuff in before noon. So, in the interest of that, I'm going to get myself to Nighthold and start barreling through there on Mythic, because if you look at my all the things, I need so much Mog from Legion raids. I only have like 9% of the available appearances I could get out of Nighthold. And then on Mythic, I'm at 24%, but still. So, I wonder how I could possibly get myself out close to the Nighthold. What path could I potentially take? Wow. Guess who timed the 20 quarter stars yesterday? Me. Nighthold has wonderful mogs too. Need to run it more. Is Kira more likely to hang around Hazel when it's cold? Yes. She's more likely to get on my lap when it's cold. This behavior, I think, is temperature agnostic. But yeah, she's definitely, if it's warm out and I'm taking a nap, she'll like sleep on she'll come say hi, but then she'll go sleep by my feet. And if it's cold out and I'm taking a nap, she is digging her way under the covers to like, curl up against my tummy, because she knows that that's warm, and she's not going to accept anything less. Okay, so that takes me right out here, which is not crazy. It's not Nighthold, but it's not far from Nighthold. It's a little bit closer than it's a tiny bit closer than Dollar. I'll take it. I just wanted to show off. Either that or Kira, because I'm Mythic Plus expert. She's the secret to all of my performance in keys. She's my emotional support cat. She sits on the arm of my chair, or in the case of last night, she was on my lap the entire time. I got up numerous times throughout that night to like make tea, stretch my legs, that kind of thing, and she would like kind of reluctantly get off my lap and sit on my chair whenever I got up, And then when I came back, I would have to peel her off the chair, lift her, sit down, and then put her back in my lap. And we did that like 3 or 4 different times. She was not moving. She was comfy, and she was not about to scooch. Maybe she does the high keys instead. It could be true. It could be true. But it brought my Mythic Plus score to 2680, which I think is as high as I'm likely to go, even though if I timed where's Ruby Life Pools? If I timed a Tyrannical RLP, and like, even in like a 16 or like an 18, that would make a big difference to my score. But I don't think I need score for anything. I think I'm good. I finished my portals. I'm just lost, aren't I? I should, maybe at some point in my life, I might not even be in the right, no, I am. We go this way. At some point in my life, I'm going to actually memorize how to get to Nighthold. This feels correct. Any skip progress? Would you want to skip here? I don't have any skip progress. Eventually, I will probably want to skip here, but for now, I'm quite happy to full clear because I want all that transmog. I think I'll hit a point, maybe not after 4 clears, but eventually I'll probably hit a point where I have everything that my Evoker could learn from Mythic. And then at that point, it's nice to have the skip. I know that my old priest and then I think my druid have the skip already, but they're at Nalik, and I don't want to put them all the way back there. I might. It's just some travel time. I can stick them on a flight path while I'm streaming or something, just to get some extra attempts because I don't have either of the Nighthold mounts. So we're gonna do this on Mythic to get a chance at both of them, but we're gonna full clear in no particular hurry. We're gonna full clear and get this together. All right. How are you guys holding up with weather in your respective? Oh, I need to pick up the skip quest. That will help. How's weather in your respective locations doing? I know some of my guildies are dealing with like thick sheets of ice and blizzards and that sort of thing in various places in North America. I hear in Victoria, BC, it's cold. It's been snowing a tiny bit, but it's really not sticking much. It's a little icy outside, but it's nothing to complain about relative to what's going on in a lot of other places. It is cold and it's windy though. So it was like -3 or -5 or something last night with like a wind chill of more than that because we had some pretty strong winds. So I, of course, went out for a walk. And I thought, you know, I'm high tech. I can layer. I can just, I'm cool to just, you know, if I put on enough layers, I'll be fine. And it turns out there's no amount of layers that will stop the wind from going into your hood. I guess that's not true. If I had like a balaclava, which I used to mistakenly call a baklava, which is more of a pastry situation, but I don't even have a scarf because I've been waiting for the perfect scarf in my life because I'm insane. So instead of wearing a scarf, I took a dish towel with some lemons printed on it, and I wrapped that around my neck inside my coat instead because I knew I was going to need one for that kind of weather, but I don't have one right now, and I refuse to just get like a cheap one or even an expensive one that's off the shelf. I want a magical scarf, and I will accept nothing less. Looking cute? Oh, thanks. This is, if we're being honest, really just a thermal shirt. It's just because it's cold. I was gonna layer it under a sweater, and I probably will later, but I have enough heat going on in here, plus the double layered pants. It's a long johns kind of day. Cold, light snow here in Central Oregon, not too bad. Snowing, everything's ouchy. Plan for the weekend. Pillow fort. Wow, that's about it. Oh, that sounds like a good plan. Washington didn't get that much snow. New snow, chilly, no ice. You're gonna brave snowboarding, but it's -20 busting out the electric socks for that. Yeah. That's too cold for me. Bright sunny day, 50 Fahrenheit. Amazing neighbors that snow blowed me out last night. Oh, that's awesome. Cat looks sleepy. Baby girl, you sleepy? You tired? She might be. I got to bed a little late. I blame Pokemon Violet. It's the ugliest game that I've ever had this much fun with. It's hideous and I love it. I can't, I'm not even working on anything in particular. Well, that's not true. I'm working on my Pokedex, but I'm at a point in my Pokemon Violet playthrough where I've defeated all 8 gyms. I haven't started the Elite Four. I've done the 5 Titan Pokemon. I've got 2 Team Star bases left, but I kind of want to like explore and get as many Pokemon caught as I can before I like kind of finish the game, or at least do what appears to be finishing the game, because I haven't progressed that far. No spoilers. I wanna do more Pokemon catching before I get to the end, because I feel like once I get to the end, I'm not gonna want to do it anymore. So I'm just kind of like picking directions and wall riding my way up there and seeing what I can find, and it's like impossible to stop because there's always something that you didn't expect. It's always like, what's that Pokemon? Or I can't believe there's one of those here. Or what's that item? Or I wonder what that, terrestrialized crystal thing is. And oh, can I get it? And what do you mean it has that kind of Terra type? And it's just, there's always something. All right. Yeah. I betcha in this gear, last boss will be fine with my Carnalex. I think it'll be all right. I got a Hood of Fading Opportunity. Would have bet a lot of money that you would have some WoW merch scarf. I don't actually have that much WoW merch in terms of outerwear. Most of my WoW merch is t-shirts. Well, I guess I have like plushies and stuff, but most of my wearable WoW merch is t-shirts. I have a hoodie, like a zip hoodie, I guess, that I use for running in light cold. If it's just a little too cold to just run in like a tank top. Yeah, I used to have more, but I've kind of donated some things over the years. I have still like a stash of t-shirts, but I put them, I wasn't wearing them very much, so I decided to just kind of fold up my WoW shirts. Not donate them, but put them into a storage bin underneath my bed for the time being, because I betcha there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna be like, you know what? I have a lot of really cool shirts that are no longer available that still fit me that I wanna dig into, but I just wasn't feeling it lately, so I stored them. But yeah, no, most of my clothes for wearing outside are branded, non-branded, hard to pin down. Partially melted in Furtland, now it refroze. Ooh, that's dangerous. I had an apron. The apron was for content though. The apron was because I was baking on stream. But yeah, I bet you anything they've sold scarves. It seems like the kind of thing they would do. Oh, there's Trilliax. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you do yummy amounts of damage now if in high-end gear. At max level, this is much better than it was last expansion. That's kind of what I wanted. Oh, we got pertinacious leg plates. They use all kinds of words when they're... I guess I can't see it underneath the robe like that. They use all kinds of words when they're doing this kind of thing. $391 item level Esprit geared enough for Mythic Nighthold? Oh yeah. We were able to run Mythic Nighthold last expansion in endgame Shadowlands gear. It was just annoying. It was a little bit annoying to get through the last couple of bosses. You could do it, but it would take some like cooldowns, stuff like that. It was easier if you had like drums or a lust class to get through Gul'dan. Nowadays you should be totally fine. Yeah. There's lots of awesome mog in here. Okay, I don't need to kill the trash mobs one by one. I can I don't know where I'm going actually. Oh, there's a path. That'll work. Pertinacious. Yeah, I don't know what pertinacious means, if we're being completely honest, and I'm somebody that prides myself on knowing. Well, do I pride myself? I don't know. I like knowing obscure long words, but that one, I know pertinent. I know, I don't know, tenacious. I'd say I know sagacious, but I just know sagacious incense. I don't actually know what sagacious is supposed to mean. Oh, dear. Okay, I can mount it through here. I like using my random favorite mount keybind sometimes because I have a lot of mounts set to favorite. Anytime I get a mount that's like even remotely unique or interesting, or just, you know, not brown bear number 42, I will, I'll set it to favorites so that I can kind of use that. There's trash drops that I think I want. Use the button to kind of as like a random general mount button, and then sometimes it shows me mounts I forgot that I had. There's lots of stuff that you get that you just never ever hop onto, and then you forget about it. Shade Turnip Bamber 42. It was a terrible example because there's actually not that many bear mounts. There's a handful of them, but they're usually a bit unique and a little bit tough to get. And one of my favorite TCG mounts to ride was the Battle Bear, because it was unarmored and it was just like you found a bear and you rode it into battle. Holding firmly to an opinion or a course of action. Member number 42 is hurt by your words. I guess now that I'm thinking about words, I don't know why pertinent and impertinent means such unrelated things in casual use. You know, pertinent is usually relevant. And then impertinent is kind of like an insolent situation. I feel like maybe I'm just hallucinating. Maybe I'm just talking too much. Killing boss is not enough. Dancing Darkmoon Bear. I think the best Darkmoon mount is the Forest Strider, the purple Tall Strider. All right, and Blazing Duskwatch belt. I love running raids when you need like a lot of the stuff because it's just so satisfying having new things happen from all of the different bosses. Okay, so I need to do left and right. I may as well go this way. There's no harm in it, right? Shaldorai Terrace, because yeah, well no, that's the rise. We're going the other ways. Right? I'm so lost. I know that one way has Big Stompy Demon, the other way has Angry Gardener Boy, and we're gonna have to do both of them. Albardo, thank you very, very much for the 43-month resub. Good morning, Hazel Chat, and most importantly, Kira, how is everyone today? Hello. We're good. We're doing good today. This is incorrect. I have made poor choices. I'm turning around. Love the words you use. English is not my first language. Learn a lot from you. Aw. Most of it's relatively accurate. Not all of it. I make mistakes, but you get a lot of words from books. I guess you can get a lot of words from anywhere. I prefer to get my words from books because I can read books quietly on my own time without involving anybody else. Some people must learn a lot of words from like going out and having a social life with different types of people. I don't know. I need to see it written down. You like sci-fi books? I read them sometimes, but I'm really more of a, I'm so lost. I'm really more of a, I don't know why this courtyard is baffling me today. I'm more of a fantasy person, and it's always drove me batty that fantasy and sci-fi are so tightly linked in libraries and other like bookstores, because to me they are wildly different categories. They share a couple of the same hallmarks, but sci-fi is just, the sci-fi themes usually aren't as good to me. He's making up words sometimes. It is true. I feel bad for people learning English because of our absurd spelling. Yeah, English is many things, but consistent is not one of them. Usually that's the Astromancer's Rise. Is that not where I came from? That's where I came from. I'm just going to pick a direction and commit to it, and then we're going to find our way through eventually. I think I missed a staircase. Yeah, I missed a staircase. That's what happened. I went past it and down there and was very confused, and you need to hang to the side, I think. No, I'm just confused. All right. Consistently inconsistent. School librarian teach them as vastly different categories. Yeah, I think that sci-fi is probably one of the hardest genres to get somebody into if they are not predisposed to be into it, because a lot of books and stories will lean kind of heavily on relating to concepts that the reader is already familiar with. You know, you read a romance story and you're kind of already familiar with the basics of how human relationships go and don't go. Or you read a mystery or a crime thriller and you're already pretty, you know, you've seen a lot of shows and you've read a lot of books and you know kind of the hallmarks of how it works, and you're kind of caught up on the rules. So you already know like what questions to wonder about, and you know, you've got an understanding, you've got your feet underneath you in terms of what's going on. And sci-fi books, depending on how firmly grounded in our reality they are, sometimes don't give you that benefit, and they require you to learn a lot. I swear, I used to just go one way. Oh, there's... I feel like I've never been here before in my life. I've run this raid a lot. I'm going to Croesus, I think. Hello. But yeah, sci-fi needs you to do a little bit more heavy lifting of actually learning the premise and figuring out. It's a little bit more of a stretch to figure out what you're going to relate it to and how you're going to understand it, depending on how, you know, insane it is and how many new words they're making up for you. So it's if somebody wasn't already prepared to do that mental lifting, they're going to read it and be like, I don't care about the floozy whatsits and the whoozy dorps. I am moving on. But on the flip side, if somebody is interested in that, or they're, you know, they get through that part and they learn the rules, now they're like so invested in it because they've kind of, you know, immersed themselves in that hopefully well-built universe. And they feel like they speak that language, so they have like this extra, like a primed appetite for more content from that particular, like within that particular universe, which is something that you don't necessarily get with every. They're less replaceable than other books, I guess. I just made that up, but it sounds true. Good morning. Marmo, thank you for the 45-month reset. Sci-fi wants you to pretend you know physics. Yeah. Fantasy needs me to suspend my disbelief sometimes. Sometimes fantasy books will have consistent systems for their fantasy parts. Like, I am the worst because I'll read a fantasy novel and I will want badly. You know what? It's not that much of a problem with books. It's more of a problem with TV because TV writers will take more liberties in the interest of pacing and, you know, episode size and whatever, or what they think will look cool on a screen. But I can watch a fantasy show and I can accept that people are turning into deer and, you know, zapping the enemy wizards with their mind powers. That's cool. I just need them to do it consistently. I need whatever rules they set out to be reliable, because otherwise, how are you supposed to know when something's going wrong or something's unexpected or something's really cool if you didn't, you know, have some trust and faith in the rules as they're set out? And it's one of my pet peeves about fantasy adaptations on TV and movies is that often they will kind of sacrifice some of that consistency and make things happen that like don't track and are never explained. And they'll go, well, it's a fantasy show. Stop thinking so hard. And it's like, but that's the point. Yeah, no, I can't go anywhere with that yet. So we did Croesus. We found a boss. That's good. I think I want to go the opposite way of Starmancer, because Starmancer, I think I want to find the Gardener Boy or Tichondrius. Arcing Depths. Isn't that where I came from? I don't know where I came from, to be honest, anymore. I thought I came from that way. I did come from that way. I'm going back. I've missed a staircase, I swear. Shadowlands lore missed me because they broke all the rules and the prior lore knowledge was irrelevant. Sanderson books have consistent magic systems. One day I'm gonna have to try reading one. I've been like, you know, introduced to Sanderson writing because I'm finishing Wheel of Time. I'm on the last book in Wheel of Time, so I'm almost done. I do like the way he writes. I feel like it would be better to kind of get a grip for it on not somebody else's IP. So if you, and I don't know if I'm going to do this next because I have some other recommendations that are kind of ahead of it in my list, but if you were to recommend one Sanderson book to start with or series to start with, hey, I found another boss, look at that. You know, at the exclusion of all others. Kate's Quest, thank you very much for the 4-month reset. Mistborn, hands down. All right, that's unanimous. All right, I'll note it. No promises, but it's been spoken for. There we go. Any luck? Any loot? Nothing for me. Nothing for me. They had such cool Mog in this raid, though. Okay. Anything bad comes along and he invents a new power. I have not. I don't think I've read any Terry Brooks novels. I don't think. I read a lot of the same books repeatedly, so I don't have a super wide background in novels. Good. Okay. There's Astromancer's Rise. Let's go do Ocula. That seems like a good thing to do next. I've completely lost Botanist. No idea. There he is. Oh, he's past here. You know what it is I had some misguided and incorrect idea that Botanist was going to be, or pardon me, that Oculeth was going to be on the way to Elisond and like in the Elisond Tower, so I didn't want to do him until last, because I figured I'll do that, then I'll go up the stairs, and it's not true. Oculeth is on the way to Botanist, and I don't know where I'm going. Comfort series you go back to whenever you feel like reading something. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Like if I want something that was like something that I read when I was like a young adult novel that I read as a young adult. There's some of those. There's A Song of Ice and Fire is an easy one. I actually haven't read it in a couple of years. I feel like I'm saving my next A Song of Ice and Fire reread for when if it's good, another book comes out. But I'm kind of losing hope, so we're putting those back on the shelf for the moment. My go-to young adult novels from my youth were the Artemis Fowl books, Twilight novels, because I was the right age at the right time for those. I won't argue that they're good, but I will argue that they are highly nostalgic for people in my demographic, or at least people in my demographic that also read them at that age. And you know what? I was about to say the Aragon novels, but I haven't reread them as an adult ever, and I don't know if it would go well. It just really made me want to have my own dragon. Zeus, thank you for the 28-month resub. 28 months, time flies. Vague memory of you being lost here, claiming I'll get it eventually. It's still true. It eventually doesn't have any particular time frame. Am I going anywhere now? Oh no, we still need to do gardens. Oh, I left. I know, I'm turning around. It's okay. Everything's fine. Sparkle Vampires? I have not read John Green books. The same John Green from the YouTube channel? Because I know he wrote, but I didn't read anything of it. I used to watch the videos, though. Way back when. I haven't read Percy Jackson books either, I don't think. Oh, are those the, maybe I've read them. Same John Green? TikTok has made it have a resurgence. What on earth is TikTok doing with Twilight? I mean, I guess I don't know what TikTok does in general. I am willfully confused on the concept, you could say that. Great young adult novels. Went on a date to the first Twilight movie, never heard of them before, had to stop myself from laughing so much. Any mystery? Near Wolf, my comfort series. I read a couple of, was it a couple or was it just one? I read 1.5 Agatha Christie novels after watching a couple of mystery movies because I was just on a kick and I thought, well, maybe I'll enjoy the books. So plus And Then There Were None is like one of the best-selling novels of all time, and I figured I should see what the fuss was all about. It was fine. I read it in like literally one sitting. I was having a day where I wasn't functioning well for anything else, so I just kind of sat in bed for 6 hours and crushed the whole thing. And it was fine. But the conceit of novels like that seems to be, and I'm sure not all of them are the same, but it seems to be, that one anyways, was kind of, it was almost more of a flex than anything else. It was like, I'm gonna write the most complicated mystery with the most unguessable solution that is still an accurate solution that could have been guessed, but you're not going to guess it. It just seemed more like an achievement than anything else. Convinced days like that are necessary. Before or after? Around the same area. I watched, what did I watch? Orient Express and Death on the Nile, and then the 2 Glass Onion movies, I feel like, plus Bad Times at the El Royale. That was my mystery movies kick. Convinced, yeah. Sometimes, I think down days are necessary. It's nice to me when I can have down days that get me at least out of bed. You get kind of like sore and uncomfortable if you're completely bedridden for a whole day. But yeah, I think I've let go of my desire or my belief that I will eventually be able to be at the same full energy level every single day. And like at every point throughout the day too. I think I used to believe that if I just had enough self-discipline and enough, I don't know, zest for life or something like that, if I just wanted it bad enough, then I'd be able to be 100% productive 100% of the time eventually. And I'm letting go of that. I can always do better, but I'm never doing that. That's a no thank you for me. Where's Waldo? Thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Thanks for being a chill way to start the morning. The new Poirot movies. I haven't seen the old ones. New Express and Nile will not watch a third one. Quite dislike them. Having not seen the old ones, I actually quite liked the new ones. I watched Death on the Nile and I thought, wow, I really enjoyed that movie. And then I like looked it up online and I went, wow, people did not like it. I got a kick out of it. I really liked it. Any more interviews with Blizz staff? I don't plan those. They plan those. They decide they're doing press rounds and then they say, let's do some interviews. And then they reach out to people and they say, you want to do an interview? And then you say, yeah, okay. And then they give you a person and then you get your questions together and ask them. That's a them thing, not a me thing. I usually don't say no. I don't think I've ever said no to one. They're not my favorite thing to do. It is a wildly stressful thing to do that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. And it's just kind of a role that they give to YouTubers. Sometimes I feel like other people could do a better job and probably not lose as much sleep over it. Maybe you can tell me about a third should they make one. Love a movie, see everyone in their Letterboxd hated it and provide their film school analysis. Yeah. And sometimes I will have the opposite thing. Like everybody likes a movie and then I'll just have some nitpick about it where I just can't let it go. And I go, well, this didn't make any sense, or that wasn't very good, or I didn't like this, or I would have, I don't know, lit that scene differently or whatever. And and it's fine because I'm not writing Rotten Tomatoes reviews. I have a rule which is hard for me to stick to, but I have a rule where I do not read reviews. Like I will maybe look at a rating number, but I won't read reviews for a book or a movie before I watch or read it because I want a chance to figure out for myself whether or not I like it and not, I know I'm really easily colored by reading existing opinions. So I don't read reviews before I watch it. I try not to read reviews after I've watched it, but I have this compulsion to read reviews. I don't know where it comes from. I guess it's a human desire to know what other humans thought and how well you fit or don't fit into the, cultural groupthink. But if in my happiest world, I just never touch them and I watch something and I go, neat, or I go, eh, and then I move on with my life and it's not that big of a deal. Lighting is an aspect of movies I seldom notice. You know what what gets me is editing. I am, and maybe this is just because, no, it's for no good reason at all. I really dislike, or not dislike, but I will notice and it will bother me when there is unnecessary dialogue or clunky exposition or just cuts that last too long or like shots that don't serve a purpose. And it's not to say that every shot has to progress the story. There can be shots for like establishing a setting or establishing a feeling. But sometimes there's shots that just last too long for no reason or dialogue that goes on too long for no reason or just, I will, that's my most common criticism is I'll watch something and I would have been like, I would cut that and I would cut that and that would be gone and that would be gone. And I would not put the camera there because I don't like it. Not that I can make movies. I can do nothing of the sort. I'm just an armchair critic. I have not seen the new Avatar. Yeah. 10th fade to black transition within 5 to 6 minutes. I have not seen the new Avatar. Bunch of commodities going up in value here in EU. 70 gold a piece for Rising Order. Interesting. They bounced back a little bit from yesterday, but not wildly so. I wonder what that would be about. Oh, there's an axe I could... Well, sometimes I'm getting conflicting information from all the things in terms of... Or not all the things. Can I mog it in terms of what I have and haven't collected? Okay, Gul'dan. Hi. Hello. Oh, I should have waited for my staff. I could have used that. Oh, well. Let's just kind of... I'm going to save Dragon Rage for... Illidan. I don't remember if I'm supposed to leave. I guess Evoker's a pretty good class to not get knocked off with. That's nice. Oh, now Carnalix is back up. Perfect. Many, many cuts in a short time span. I think it's acceptable if it has a purpose. Like, if you are trying to convey, like, a choppy, fast-paced, disoriented, maybe adrenaline-infused, like you're doing a fight scene or a battle scene or a character that's becoming really agitated and you're showing it from their point of view. I think there are reasons to do fast cuts, but I think that it can definitely mismatch with the tone of the scene or with the purpose of the scene. And sometimes it's just because they didn't have very good footage to work with and they're like, quick, change it before they notice. Hope you get a tier piece in your Evoker. Never mind. Yeah. I would like an Infernal mount, please. Oh, that's so much nicer than doing it last expansion. No Infernal mount. But I'm up a couple pieces of Mog. I got almost a quarter of the Mog that I could have gotten from here. I went from like 24% to 48%, so that's not too bad. Oh, I have lots of stuff I can sell. Oh, let's clean up the bags a little bit. I have not seen Quantum of Solace. I don't know what it is. I want to say maybe Bond. Sounds like a Bond thing. I'm also not like a film critic or even a very unbiased movie watcher because I'm like real, I don't know. I don't like a lot of movies rely on exciting action scenes. It's like a pretty common thing to include in movies to make them watchable. And it just doesn't do anything for me. I'm missing a neuron in the likes action scenes part of my brain. And if I can't follow what's going on or I can't, you know, I just, I want to skip to the end of the battle scene to find out who won, to find out how that made everybody feel, you know. All right, 155. We can get rid of some of that. I'm not going to bother trying to sell the Sheldorei Silk or any of this current expansion meat. We don't need those. Pretty sure all this, I just don't want to accidentally sell like one of my extra trinkets because I have a lot of extra trinkets. And I would like to keep them. I've been switching them on and off for various things. I have an Incarnate Icon, I have a Chill Globe, I have an Alacritus Alchemist Stone, and I have a Broodmother's Trinket. And sometimes I want different ones for different things. For Alt Raid this week, I took my main, but I took it in Devastation spec. I DPS'd. It was pretty fun. I wore my Alchemist Stone plus my Incarnate Icon, and that worked out good. Just get rid of all that. I don't want to vendor title cores because I feel like I'm going to need them for something, but I don't know what I could possibly need them for. Like, that part is a mystery to me. Okay, so we did Nighthold. How do we feel about Antorus? I think it's still annoying, but I might be able to do it. I want to go poke around. Let's try. Let's see what we can do. I don't even know if I've unlocked Argus in my Evoker. Many quick cut things feels like it's fueling the fire in the modern short attention span. There was a section in the book that I think is called Attention Span that I've been reading about that kind of posits that theory of how the average shot length in movies and TV shows has been getting shorter in the last 20 years. And how that could be driven by a number of things and how that could be potentially either, you know, chicken or egg. It's either causing, like, helping cause shorter attention spans, or it's because of the desire for shorter attention spans, or, you know, little column A, little column B. I guess so. I don't know if that's the biggest boogeyman in the room for that one. I'm going to Argus. I'm going to have to unlock Argus. All right, I'm going to have to figure out how to unlock Argus. Shoehorn action into non-action movies, romance into non-romance movies. I used to, when I was younger, I expected to have a love interest plotline, and I would be disappointed if there wasn't one. And now I don't like it if it's not like, if it doesn't feel like it belongs there. I don't know which one is Argus. He's got a lot of them. No, not that one. I don't think. Definitely not that one. No, that's both of them. But yeah, now if there's like, because often, not always, but often in a movie that's not a romance movie that has like a romance subplot line, the love interest character is in the movie exclusively to be the love interest. That's their only purpose as a character, and they often don't have anything else. Like they become kind of ridiculous people that make weird choices for strange reasons. And it just drives me nuts. Adventures 8 is unlock the Evoker's version of the Legion questline? I guess so, I don't know. Zone chosen. Use the scouting map, choose your first zone. I suppose I should just mess with it. Yeah, that's not it. That's definitely not the one. Oh, there's a scouting map over here. Interesting, okay. I want to pick Argus. Let me pick a different zone just to see if that helps. I haven't started... No, you can't make me. I haven't started Argus in a long time, and I've never been super good at, like, getting to the bottom of how you do it. Try Velen, maybe? Where? Which version of Velen? Nope, not doing that. Because I've definitely done the skip before. Let me go poke around on the Crassus's Landing. One of those might do it. Yeah. I'm gonna get there. What if we just get the Shackled Urzel on our first try? It could happen. I believe. So, there's a quest turn-in that's not there. There's... Valdistal. There's a quest pickup that's also not there. There's Khadgar again. This feels right. That feels like it. I think at some point, though, there's a skip. I don't feel like you have to do, like, any actual work in the Broken Shore. I haven't done this in a long time, so maybe you do. Who's to say? I've heard this tale. Skip Broken Shore. Okay. We're not doing that. That's a hard no. Also a hard no. And now, hello. No, that's Tomb of Sargeras. That's not it either. That's definitely not it. Let me go back to Dalaran now. Now that I've unlocked that. I have a cat on my lap. Hey, Bun Bun. Tricky trying to keep her warm. Do I need anything from Tomb? I'm certain that I need Mog from Tomb, but I have a feeling that getting to Antorus and then like running Antorus is going to take me a lot of time. And I'm leaving at 11 today, so I want to prioritize the one that can maybe drop me a mount. What are you doing in those areas? It's a good question. It's a very good question. I'm trying to unlock Argus so that I can go try and solo Antorus on my Evoker to try to get a mount and then also some Mog. Is the general premise, but it's a little messy. Okay. No, that's the Asuna intro. I don't want to even have that quest anymore. That seems like I don't want it. I guess I want to keep that quest just so I can have that portal. Too many of them. I don't want to go to Asuna. Did I pick the only one that occupies Khadgar and prevents him from helping me? Let's go back to the Violet Citadel, maybe? No, Trail of Echoes isn't it. That's for sure not it. No, I don't wanna. Oh dear. Could you explain your alchemy build? Trying to copy you get rich off incense. I just have I put points into incense. That's basically it. My build has, in alchemical theory, 50 here, 40 here, 30 there, 30 there. So I'm capped on inspiration and resourcefulness. I've got 40 points into chemical synthesis and 50 over here in theory. That's all you can do if you're making incense, Omnium Draconis, Primal Convergent. The rest of the points don't matter. I'm also working on files now because I had more points, but the rest of it doesn't contribute towards that end. There are other quests in Citadel Khadgar. There weren't last time I looked. I guess maybe there are now. Zelk profitable? Profitable for me. Craft Sim lets me predict whether or not something will be profitable when I make it. Yeah. Trial of Valor for that transmog? Those sets rule. All right, Khadgar. Oh yeah, he does have more. Look at that. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the one. Let's hope that there are more skips, because I don't want to do the whole Velen and his family drama scenario. Going to the harbor. Yeah, if I look at mine now, and I haven't done a lot of this in the last couple days, it looks like convergence not profitable for me. I could do 18 gold a craft off Draconis, and this is an average, it's not a guarantee. In terms of incense, Sagacious is still looking good. Exultant is not right now. And then these ones, a little, you can maybe do a little bit off Wraith Firewall, but nobody buys it. It's got a terrible sale rate. You know what? Maybe it's turning around. Maybe people are turning around on that one. But yeah, it fluctuates with prices. So I try to buy mats when they're cheap, but I kind of made my gold, and I'm feeling a little done. I haven't. It's going to be less and less gold as more and more people get caught up to those points. The reason it was so profitable early was because a lot of people put their points into potions and files because those are more immediately visibly useful. So I wasn't competing with that many people in the region relative to the demand for Draconis and stuff. What on earth do you want? Oh, you want me to turn in like a raid boss item. I guess I'll do that just to make it go away. I will release a guide for Raszageth. I know it's super late. It's going to be later still, but I will release one. I promise. Here we go. Maybe it won't be that much later. We'll see. Profit be higher if you collected the mats yourself. Profit refer to if you bought all the mats. Profit will take into account mat cost. So you would make more gold if you gathered all the mats yourself. But if you're... It's generally faster and better to buy things and then to make them at a great scale. Like if I'm making Primal Convergent and I'm making on average like 110 off each of them, I'm not just going to do that 10 times. I'm going to do that 200, 400, 500 times, and collecting 500 Awakened of each one is a lot. It's like a pretty big burden. Same thing, like if I'm making Omnium Draconis and I'm going to make like 30 to 40 gold a craft, I'm going to make 3,000 of them. Which would take, I would make a lot more gold if I didn't invest in the mats, but it would take me so long that it doesn't become worth it. I don't wanna, I think I might have to. Oh, I do like Azure Isle. It's a lovely place. I have nice memories here. Recipes from Elemental Super Potion. I think they can drop in any difficulty, yeah. Hey, Red123, thank you for the 4-month resub. Yeah, because there used to be a whole event where you had to, like, there was a battle that happened in Exodar, and you had to run all over the place and do all kinds of stuff. And that I'm not in the mood for. Oh boy. This is why it's super nice to get lucky if you buy it and get the Shackle Drizzle, because it's, you can farm this raid in a bunch of different characters. However, okay, yeah, you're right, that's not so bad. You can farm this raid in a bunch of different characters, but it's real annoying if they've never been to Argus before, getting them set up for it. It's not impossible, but it takes like a little bit longer than, I would say unlocking the portal to Thunder Isle is faster than this, just less running around. Okay. There's Vindicar. It's worth doing though. There's great transmog out in Antorus. Can't sell Convergent Draconis unless I babysit the auctionist. I find that I will sell more of it in a shorter frame of time if I babysit it. But if I just post it in 12-hour batches and just leave it up overnight, usually it will sell. Not always, but usually. It won't sell right away, but eventually the market catches up again. There's like enough of a lull in people posting that it will. Not always, but often enough for me to not bother babysitting it anymore. However, mileage may vary. Haven't done that in the last... You know what? No, I did that last night. I did that literally last night. It worked great. All right. No thank you. All right, so we're here. We're out here. We're going. I should be able to port back to Argus now. Thunder Isle mount. The world boss mount, no, I'm still camping that. I've got a bunch of characters parked out there. But the other raid mounts from Throne of Thunder. I have both raid mounts from Throne of Thunder. I am gonna take, I think, a short break before. I'm gonna get myself to the entrance and then I'll get up for a bit. We're just about Rare Scanner's gonna have a field day out here. Just about halfway through the stream. I am so curious as to how this feels now, because I haven't done this since, I guess it was the same for Nighthold, but I haven't done this since not BFA, Shadowlands. And in Shadowlands I used to do this. I would take Flabby and we would two-man it, and that was good. That was fine. I used to think that this was the raid entrance, and it's super not. Dragon riding animation gets me. What do you mean? She's staying very still. I feel like the wings would cause a lot of drag. I am probably strength training the heck out of the legs of any mount that I'm on, because I've just got like a resistance parachute strapped to my back. If I opened up this, invasion points have all kinds of, oh my goodness. Oh, the pond nettle. Oh, there's, oh no, oh gosh, there's so many things I could get out here. There's so many things I could get out here. You can't look at it. Turn it off. Make it go away. Drakthir setting foot in Argus must be very weird for them. Oh yeah, there's the raid entrance. It's lucky that they mark him with the little swirlies, because otherwise I was going off into this distance and I don't know why. I am somebody that has taken too many raid summons in my day, and I do not run to the entrance often enough. Every once in a blue moon, I used to have like a streak of, oh, I'm gonna extra prepare, I'm gonna do the most, I'm gonna put my character out there before raid night, and I would like an hour or two, or like, you know, the night before, I would park my character right by the raid entrance with all their stuff ready, but very rarely does that level of conscientiousness strike me. I will be right back. Okie dokie. Alright, let's get some loot. I'm bundling up. My coffee warmth is worn off. Yeah, there we go. That's the look. I'll take it. Feel like I've complained a lot, having a blast in this expansion in so many ways. Me too. Also have coffee. I actually finished mine before I started stream today. I was all over it. I guess I should pick up. That's probably a skip quest, huh? Yeah. Well, there's a skip quest. This we're not doing, but those we can keep on us. So, all the things wise, what are we saying? I'm in Mythic. That's a good start. I only have 13% of the available appearances from here, so I bet you we could pick up some stuff. You look like you should write your movie script in a coffee shop. Maybe make some art. There are some adorable coffee shops and just like co-working places in town. And if I could do more... I don't know. I was going to say if I could do more of my workflow like just on a laptop on Wi-Fi, then maybe I would. But on one hand, only some of it can be done there. And on the other hand, I don't know if I'd actually want to... I don't know. Maybe pre-COVID, but... recreationally being near strangers doesn't really do anything for me anymore. They're so cute though. The coffee shops, not the strangers. I can't speak to the strangers. This always used to bait me into using all my cooldowns because it looks like a boss and then it's not the boss. And if you've used all of your buttons on it, then you're like, oh geez, oh no, oh no. What if you could sit outside? It is negative degrees outside. It is windy. It is cold. It is Arctic outflow. I get cold sitting indoors in my heated office, wrapped in 2 layers of pants, a hat, an outdoor jacket, and a thermal shirt. I have no chance to work outside. Oh, when you could sit outside. I don't know. Noise, I don't know. I guess that does solve one problem, but... I like people watching other people that are working. I like going to coffee shops where people like to work and then just actually having coffee and just like snooping. Not like snooping, but just, you know, playing the airport game where you pretend, you know, you make up backstories for everybody based on their sense of style and how stressed they appear to be. Are you having an ice time where you are? Gaming in the snow? You heard every stranger's feelings. I think they're cute. Aranar's way too hard in Priest. There's definitely some bosses that can get real ugly. I think actually Evoker has a good chance at this because it's hard to knock me off of stuff because I can jump and fly and dash and such. I think that should help. Any luck? No, not from that. I will probably get lost because before... Oh, that just takes me up here, doesn't it? Before when I would run this, like I said, I would 2-man it with Flabby, so I could just follow Flabby. And I think that there's a little part of my brain that can follow people and then have no memory of where we went. I will lose all concept of which directions I took. You know what? Believe in me. This one I think is more linear than some of them. It's got a couple of paths, but they're not as fleshed out as the Nighthold. Nighthold is that one area in Nighthold where I was getting stuck on has a lot of options. And it has a couple of dead ends, which wasn't doing me so much good. Did I just... That was kind of weird. Get ideas for random things to do and run WoW my collector tune when I watch all cutscenes, take my time with. There's always something. Here's the puppy dogs. These guys have a mount they can drop. I just, that was one of the mounts that I was lucky enough to get while it was current. Doesn't always happen to me, but every once in a while. I'll get a mount while it's current. Oh, you know what? I need a mount out of Tomb of Sargeras. How could I forget? I need the, it's not even a difficult, well, it's RNG, so difficult is kind of hard to pin down. But it's not even a super rare mount. I need the worm from Mistress Sassine. Is it the Abyss Worm? Yeah, I don't have this mount. I tried so hard to get this during Legion. Like, while Tomb of Sargeras was current, I raided it every week on my regular raid. I would run it on LFR every week. And I think I started doing it on multiple characters because I just couldn't fathom that it wouldn't drop for me. It just didn't want to happen. Oh, how could you forget? For some reason, I thought that I needed Nighthold and Antorus mounts, but not the other one. Just didn't occur to me. Okay. Serpent is so ugly, though. What if it hears you? Fish worm. Oh, kitty cat, you want up? Here you go. Hi, baby girl. Hello. Cat's coming back. There we go. Any? Oh yeah, Mog. Shadow fused chain. Oh, that is a helmet. Holy smokes. How have I never seen anyone wearing that before? That's hilarious. You can have a whole fish on your head with like crazy eyes and the big long tentacles. You know what it looks like? It looks like a spirit hood. You know those like fuzzy hoods that kids would wear in high school, and they'd wear them to like anime conventions and stuff that had like the really long tails? It looks like a Nagelskull version of a spirit hood. Yeah. I've never seen that before. Okay. All right. So I think I turn around and go back up the hill and then take a different path now. You like the Mindworm, but not the Wolf Noodle? Don't get me wrong. I don't like the Mindworm. I'm just defending its honor. Dragon Skull Helm, which seems kind of morbid. Left, right, up, down. I think I can't go the other way yet. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. You know, you would think that I would have had one at that age, and I didn't. My friends had them. I never had one. I didn't have an awful lot of hats, actually. I had like a couple of warm knit hats for outside for winter. But I wasn't a big indoor hat person. Maybe just because of the fragility of any given hairstyle. Make it all floofy. Times have changed. I'm real excited about hats. I'm restraining myself from acquiring too many of them. Because now that I'm discovering hats, it feels like the possibilities are endless. But I don't want to end up with a ton of them that I don't need, and then have to go through donating all of them. It's probably better if I don't pick them in the first place. Yeah, I had scarves back then. Early to mid 2000s, scarves were like a fashion thing. There was like lots of these mixed material scarves that had like floofy things and kind of like feathery things, and then like sparkly thread. That it was a thing. I don't know. They weren't very comfortable. They were vaguely warm. But yeah, I wear scarves to school. You would have a long, thin scarf, the longest scarf you could possibly get your hands on, and you would wear that just like with the rest of your school outfit, which could mean any number of things. Super skinny Disney Channel scarves. Yep. Dare Octobo, thank you for the 10-month resub. Fashion, not function. And weird fashion, too. I don't remember having any concept that the scarf needed to go with or complement anything, although I don't think I picked up the concept of cohesion until later in my life. I swear there were some very basic things that I just didn't understand until I was in my 20s. I became meat. She knows. They make you run all the way back, too, just to think about what you did. Oh, I cannot believe elevators could crush you in this game. Well, usually they don't. Normally. It goes right through you, and then you jump once or twice to make sure that you're on the top of it. And then you're moving on your way. Oh man, it's so funny that it changes your model to the meat pile. Captain Hindsight, thank you for the 38-month resub. Elevator boss claims another victim. Die once, learn your lesson. Yeah, once. Definitely not gonna trip up to that. Again. Skinny scarf, weird materials, layered tops with lace trim. Yep. The lace trim that would get like holes in it immediately because it was incredibly cheap. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I remember wanting my tank tops, like my scarves, to be as long as humanly possible. One, I think we just liked the long torso look. And then two, it was coming off of like a crop top era, and jeans were still pretty low rise. And at school, it was the worst to feel like you were gonna just, bend down to pick something up and then just like, have your bottom visible from behind. That's a nightmare when you're 13 or any age really, but and it's uncomfortable and it's cold, like you were leaking. So when the tank tops got super long and they had like a big, wide lace elastic grip that could just anchor itself onto your jeans, because tucking things in was a no-no. Nobody tucked anything in. Your band director would try to make you tuck your button-down shirt into your pants, and everybody hated that and would immediately untuck them. Eventually, we got to a point where the girls were allowed to not tuck them in because they weren't going to do it anyway. It's not true now, but at the time, that was like the least cool thing you could do. Hang on, I'm just gonna. Oh no, that was it. That was it. I'm gonna wait back here behind the line. Long tops would look like mini dresses on me. Oh, we looked ridiculous. We looked absolutely ridiculous. I have a long torso too. And I would wear the tank tops that, like, tunics were also a thing. There was kind of like a peasant boho situation going on. That was more my sister than me. But, yeah, no, we looked insane. Super low-rise jeans with the flared legs. Yeah, I remember those. I'd say that I've taken high-rise jeans, and that's kind of true, but I think I've just given up on jeans for my particular lifestyle right now. If and when I ever go out in public, in any function where fashion is relevant, like out to, I don't know, eat somewhere indoors, then maybe, but early 2000s, different times. Tucking in your clothes is inconvenient. I nowadays find that tucking in clothes leads to greater levels of warmth, heat retention, and makes it more difficult for you to flash people. all things that I value. I think it's pretty. I don't think anybody's lame. I think deciding certain people are lame is lame. Aside from, never mind. We're not going there. Pants tucked into socks helps keep the ticks out. That I have not done. Cool girls at my school had those jeans in buffaloes. What are buffaloes? It's not a cool girl. There were like different types of fashion. Some people were definitely doing the American Eagle thing with like the polo shirts and. Oh man, there was a lot of crazy belts. There was a lot of denim mini skirts. Pleated plaid skirts had like a real moment for a while. I think I must have had one of those, but I would never wear mini skirts without pants underneath them. Oh, Spice Girls shoes platforms. Oh, okay, plateau shoes. Yeah, those did not make it to my realm. I was thinking about because I was looking at earrings and I was thinking about the types of earrings I used to wear and aspired to when I was young. And when I was like 14, 15, there was a rule. What was the rule? It was about the length of your earrings. It was a rule that my mom had for my sister and I about how dangly our earrings were allowed to be, because the trend was to have earrings that were very long and very thin and very dangly, like little chains that had like little plastic flowers or hearts or little silver blinkies or whatever. Maybe multiple chains, but they wouldn't be wide. They would be long and they'd be dangly. And and they were the style, but to some they looked too adult for some reason. I don't really know how a particular earring would make you look more or less, I don't know, risque. But there was a rule. I think it was that your earrings weren't allowed to be longer than your nose or your ear or something like that. But I would secretly get the longer ones anyways, and then I would change into them at school. I think. I'm lost. How many bosses do I need left? I need to do Portal Keeper, Life by... Oh, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm real lost. What does this say? I feel like I've turned around when I shouldn't have. Especially dangly earrings, Jersey Shore-esque. Mm-hmm. Those must be kind of a little bit... I feel like those will come back for somebody just because of the Y2K resurgence. Comfortable, nice and chilly weather due to the platform insulating a bit. Huh. What kind of shoes were trendy at that time for me? I got a pair of houndstooth kitten heels from Old Navy that I had seen in the catalog and then made sure to get during back to school shopping, that I wore. Pointy-toed kitten heel houndstooth shoes. Like a black and white check pattern. It was, oh my goodness. I thought they were just the coolest thing. They were not comfortable. They had that like kind of really stiff patent leather that would rub your top of your feet and give you blisters. They also had like that super open top of your foot and then like the pointy toe. I would wear them with like knee socks, stripy knee socks, and then oh geez, or like super thick winter tights. I just thought that was the coolest thing that had ever happened. So yeah, this is definitely done. There's nothing else for me to do here. Someone hasn't played Dragonflight. What happens if you try to do a class hall campaign as a drag clear? I don't think you can start it, because they don't have a class hall campaign. I don't think. Reebok Club C's. Uggs were big when I was in high school in the 2000s. Some people had, maybe not Uggs, but like Ugg adjacent shoes. I don't know. I mostly just got like, you'd wear like your running shoes and you would just wear them into rags. Split path to Aranarn Haspel. Okay. They look comfy. Yeah, I think so too. The brand is still going strong. They are working it out with the nostalgia trends. That's one thing I actually don't have is a pair of like winter boots. I have a pair of Blundstones that do really good. They're not super warm, but they're functionally waterproof. They're not supposed to be, but they have been. And I'll wear those in like snow or ice or rain or whatever, but not for very long. But I'll just stick like my thickest pair of socks on and then make that work. Summer winter boots? I don't know what that means. It seems like a little bit of an oxymoron. Wore Uggs under my wedding dress for it. Tune with an Agmar lock. No. Besides, I want to clear the raid for Mog. I'm just learning my way around. And lots of stuff I can get. Winter boots you wear in the summer with shorts? Why would you wear winter boots in the summer? Summer is time for other shoes. No, I don't have anything like that. I remember watching shows that were set in like the 90s and the early 2000s, and like fashion boots that you would wear with like jeans or skirts or whatever were like a big deal. Never had any of those, never wanted them. They didn't look comfortable. Blundstones are my summer winter boots. Keep feet extra sweaty in the summer. Yeah, I don't know. I have drastically simplified my shoe wardrobe because it occurred to me that I do like 3 things in my life and I should stop pretending otherwise. So I go for walks, I go for runs, and then sometimes I'll hike or go somewhere muddy or go out in the rain. So I have like I'll keep a pair of athletic shoes. I have a pair of boots, and then I have like hiking boots. And I mostly just wear my hiking boots everywhere now because they have the best arch support, so they get the job done. But I used to like buy shoes that I thought were cute or like aesthetic. And I've given up on that because the world in which I go places where anyone cares about my shoes, not a real thing. Not a real thing. I just need my shoes to be comfortable and to separate me from the ground. If my lifestyle ever changes, then I'll go shopping. But until then, I have 1 pair of neutral colored heels that are in storage along with my 1 formal dress. you know, and I don't need any more than that. I like having my shoe rack by my door be very straightforward. I like having a spot for each of my shoes, and I don't want to have like a ton of them to store. They're just big and heavy, you know. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. Yeah, prison dress, precisely. I was looking at those photos again, and I was kind of kicking myself for not buying. I bought my normal size, and in that particular dress, I should have double checked measurements and bought one size down. That dress was too big for me. I'm always afraid, like, it's my worst nightmare to buy a dress that's too small for me. So I sometimes, if I'm between sizes, will err on the side of bigger because I feel like, oh, I can always get it taken in. I'm never getting it taken in. You know. It might have looked better if it had fit properly, but it was somebody else's wedding. I succeeded in being a guest. Job accomplished, you know. Besides, maybe the next time that I wear that dress, it'll be the correct size, you know. I'm in you know, your body's kind of expected to change as you go from 25 to 35. Go back. I'm sure I've missed ENR. I'm just kind of learning my way around. I'm running into you know what I am? Well, I was gonna say I'm like a Roomba learning the room, but I guess Roombas probably are smarter than this. Why is a small dress the worst thing? You couldn't even put it on. I don't understand the premise of that statement. Buying clothes that are too small for you can sometimes exacerbate body issues in people that have experienced anxieties, insecurities about their body, dysmorphia, eating disorders, that general category of things, or even people that are just not, you know, nobody likes to put something on and have it be too small for you, I would say. Shoes for weather, fashion, pole dance, photo shoots. ENR was in the Hazabell room? Oh, geez. Okay. Why you can't mount in every part of a raid? I think it's just the indoor-outdoor qualification, but in a lot of raids, it really doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. There we go. I found something. Do all three of them work? This whole process always makes me just want to throw myself in the lava and walk away. It's not a very mature response, but it is the one that I experience. Oh dear. Good evening, Hazel. How you doing? I'm alright. How are you doing? Oh yeah. Sneaky. Popcorn emote for when chat tries to give directions. I just need to do a better job of identifying when my own way that I am is making it beneficial for me to maybe just take a minute and work on it myself and just kind of either minimize chat or just like, you know, if it's not helping me, and I'm not saying that it's not helpful, it's just that it's usually it's not compatible with my operating system. I need to just find ways to manage that on my own, independently, because people are doing their best and they're trying to help, and it's probably very frustrating to watch somebody that's lost try to figure it out. Any idea what you want to talk about in the news video? No, I got nothing. I haven't looked at the topics yet. It might be a short one. That would be useful. I have some things going on today, so it might I might take a bit of a gimme. Maybe just find like an ad on the spotlight or something, and then use the rest of my time for something else. just having fun commenting on what's going on. Yeah, I think there's this thing that can happen on the internet where you end up reading things not in the tone that they were intended, especially because if something happens multiple times, it can feel like it's being yelled at you, even if people are just kind of casually trying to help. Like if I ran past a thing and somebody says left, and then, you know, 5 other people say left, and then you know, they're all saying the same thing. They're all coming from the same place, but it feels like I have like an entire car full of people that are giving me the same direction that is no longer relevant because I've already turned around 4 times and I don't remember where I was X amount of seconds ago. It's just a quirk of the format. And that's not the fault of people that are trying to help out. And often I do need advice. I just need to find the right way to phrase the question, I guess, to get in the format that I can understand. Because I get really frustrated and embarrassed if I feel like I'm not understanding something and everybody just wants me to hurry up and get it already. And that's not a very good mindset to come at entertaining anybody with. So sometimes I just need to minimize chat and wander around for myself. There was a day where there was so little going on the BBC radio. News came on and said, there is no news. Oh, can I solo this? I haven't soloed this. I used to do this with 2 people. I wonder, there's probably something in particular that I should do or like try to make sure that I get to. I don't like this fight. I want to... Can I get up there? Nah, maybe. Oh, nope, no good. It is soloable. Okay. All right. It's a real pain in the butt. It was hard in a mage. Love seeing someone that has the same button layout as me. Yeah, landmarks are great. Landmarks are great. Contextual directions, less good. Yeah, I need to play the mechanics. I have some vague understanding of what the mechanics are, but this might take a bit. Because you need to kind of like babysit both sides of the thing. Oh, hang on. No, I can't relay my vague understanding to someone with no understanding. Words no convert. I'm just gonna throw myself at it a couple times and see if I figure it out. You know what I should do is keybind my extra action button to a better button. No, that's not it. Death of a Titan. Einar's essence snuffed down. Okay. Maybe there's like a Goliath that I'm not hitting, because the other thing that usually wipes you, where the praxis shows up, hasn't happened yet. I may not get to Argus tonight. Hi, baby. Because I don't feel like anything was wailing on her. Maybe it was. Because what they're doing is they're... Continually fires upon ANR's essence. If not actively engaged in melee combat, creature is sessile. Okay, so I need to kill those ASAP. So the first one spawns up. That's what's happening. The first one spawns up here, and then another one will spawn elsewhere. Yeah, she's really cute. She'll come by for lots of different things. She's kind of memorized my schedule, so she knows where to find me. Okay, so now you're fine. There's gonna be another one that spawns, I'm pretty sure over here, up top. Because I think that's the trick, is to kill them. Big guys can't be allowed to spam cast. Now, if there's more... then it's kind of news to me. I don't know. Oh, there's no, that's something different. Praxis charge its weapons. Okay, so now I need to go do the thing. So maybe it's too... Yeah, so there they are. I might be too late on this, but I do at least have some understanding of what's going on now. Okay. I guess what I want to figure out is, are there more of those big destructors that are going to cause me problems? And if so, when? I might miss this timer. I need to get all 3 crystals down. 3 more? Before that final Doomcast finishes, and then get out. Oh, maybe there's more of them? Fire energy. It's still casting, still channeling. Oh, maybe another one? Focusing crystal. Ah! Yeah, I think I just didn't leave early enough. It's purging itself. Go! This is the wrong way! I don't have great feelings about this. Okay, alright. So another guy spawns down low, so you need to get back there. I have a feeling this won't work, but yeah, you need to get back there to the bottom one after Praxis. So it's top and then other side, and then Praxis, and then I just have to do it a bit faster. Yeah, couldn't sell this in time. I think once I learn the rhythm of the fight, I have a chance. It still sucks. This is still probably dramatically easier if you 2-man it, but at this point I kind of wanted to try and work my way through it for, you know, argument's sake. The rest of the bosses, like, if you can just have a boss you can just kind of like laser down, that's no problem. You do enough damage for it. You just you don't get to do this one like that. And I think you can skip it. I think you can skip it. I don't know. Chat, can you skip it? She drops a belt for me, so technically there is transmog that I could use from her. Yes, no, maybe. Covering all your bases. All right. Again, I would like to... Hang on. I want to make sure that I'm spec'd fully into as much movement as I can. Yeah, I want Trailwind. Forget this. Give me that. Okay, pretty sure you can. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind, but I want to give this like 2 more tries. Because I now have some understanding of what's happening. A little bit anyway. Maybe there's more. Because I think you're just trying to survive. I think you're just trying to help ANR live long enough for her to win the fight for you, so you just need to stop stuff from killing her. Alright, so that thing is dead now. So now we go wait for the second one. You've got some time to get over there. No, that's my cat. She's alive. She's just hanging out. Okay. That one's down. And now, next on the list is Praxis. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait right here. I'm going to start clearing these guys, and then as soon as it starts doing its final Doomcast, we use the flower, we pour it up there, and we'll have a little bit more time. We did actually manage to escape that last time. We just could have done it a little bit better. So now it's trying to do Final Doom, so I'm going to work my way over here. Oh, geez. Okay. I've made choices. I didn't want to use all my hover charges because I feel like I'm going to need them for this. Okay, so we do a lap. Now we've got a little bit of a sprint. That'll help. 2. Oh, I wonder what, you know what would help is that thing that lets you reset your movement. Zephyr doesn't do that too, does it? No. Although it does make you a little bit faster, so that's good to know. Okay. So you do what I thought was 4 of them. Oh, she died. Okay. I didn't clear enough trash before I left. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. I think it's soloable. I think it's gonna be more trouble than it's worth. So, in order for me to skip it, I think we just either... I don't know if I need to run through it or if I can just leave. Cardboard cutout channel points on cat or not? Watching any shows, just Pokemon. I'm kind of sort of working through the 3rd season of You. I'm really on the fence about it. How do you get your staff to appear in your character? I don't know. It just kind of does. It's, I know... No, it just kind of does. This is the Evoker's staff, so maybe that helps, but I kind of thought that other staffs appeared on it too. Every season is the same. Yeah, it's kind of like the first season was really interesting, and the second season was kind of decent because it had like the twist at the end that made it all interesting to me. But now that I'm in the 3rd season, I feel like it's become very formulaic and that it's kind of trapped to that formula. And I don't really see how it's going to do anything that surprises me anymore, but I'm willing to try. It's just kind of something to have on. Entrance is also the exit. Oh, I see. I was kind of hoping this door would do something for me, and I think you are correct, and it does not. So we're just gonna pop on back this way. Starting a K-drama, pretty fun, would recommend so far. I have that one on my list. I've heard it's quite good. I haven't watched a K-drama in a while. It's been quite a bit. Hi, kitty cat. Alright, well, at least the only thing that we're missing from A&R Mogwise is just a belt. That I'm sure I'll eventually want for the sake of the set, but... Yeah, that's never gonna get any easier to solo unless they, like, change big things about it. That would always be... gross. More or less. Because there is no boss that you can just laser down and have done with. It's less a DPS check and it's more a mobility and how many places at once can you be kind of check. Alright. Am I allowed to go? I came from there, so that won't help me. I don't know. I am not certain what's involved in progressing further in this instance. Is it this way? Are there many bosses like that? I wouldn't say many. There might be more. This doesn't seem like it. You have to go to a portal thingy by Magni. Okay. Okay. Never mind, it's not there. Oh. Must have missed some boss. I mean, I definitely didn't kill A&R, but I killed... here, let's look at what we've done. I need to do... We did Hound's Command, Hazabel. We didn't do A&R. I have not done Iminar Kingaroth. If I can get to those somehow. Because I thought I read something. Not sure she's skippable. What about... But when I asked if it was, I got a bunch of people saying, well, not a bunch of people. I got 2 people telling me, yeah, she is. Skippable without like the raid skip. Let me see. Some of the healer bosses, and usually they add some either another mechanic or they make those skippable as well. I remember when they let you just kind of not do the healer boss in ICC. Do you want directions? Yeah, can you give me any that are based on landmarks? Things that I can find in the game on my map. That don't rely on me remembering anything. Asking before I jump in. Oh, thanks. Hopping into a light golem or something? Okay. Yeah, Viscous is such an insane premise for a fight. Port back across. Presumably not again. I don't know where Magni is. Can you relate it to anywhere on my map? Can you relate it to anything that I can pin here that's not contextual? This is dogs. Okay, I'm by dogs. We didn't kill Aenar. We're trying to skip her. I've been told it's possible. Oh dear. I don't think I'm killing Argus today. Can you relate it to anything? Anything at all on the map? Backtrack, take the right. Right. Like, I got nothing. This isn't working for me. I'm going the right way. Well, it's a good thing there's a lot of invisible walls. Because I've been here. We tried this already. This is a place we've investigated and discovered that there's nobody here. I might not come back to Argus. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go home. Yeah, we did Hazabel. We did do Portal Master. I don't see it happening. Alrighty, I'm gonna just clean up my bags of the stuff that we got so far. Heroic Nighthold. Oh, I think I'm gonna wrap up for the day. I think I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of bonus time. We'll just do a short one. Get him next time. Yeah, maybe. If there is a next time. Yeah. We got some good Mog, though. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do to wrap this up? I'm gonna make a Mog with that helmet. I'm going to make an outfit with the Naga Spirit Hood. So, here, we'll start by just hiding everything. So we've got a blank canvas to work on. Or at least everything that we can. And I'm gonna come up with some stuff to wear. I don't have that much mail transmog, but I got enough to make it work. I do also love the starfish on eye helmets, but... Alright. So there's that. Our key colors here, green, orange, kind of like a light green blue. You've got gold accents and gray metal. So you can do something like that. Depends on how breezy you want to be. I think I liked that. What do I have that goes with this? I never know where anything's from. I never know what anything's called. But I do like going through the proverbial closet looking for things to put on. I particularly like putting kilts with this kind of thing. But I think that my odds of succeeding in that are not high. I don't think I have any like blue-green kilts. If they exist, I don't got them. However, we've got the matching pants. Let's sort out a staff, and then we'll kind of go back. So we want something sort of, you know, briny. Same kind of colors. Feels like it washed up on a beach. I mean, there's more tentacles, but that green's too yellow in the grand scheme of things. That's a little better. It's a little brinier. You've got some nautical themes. We can take the enchant off of it. It's also got more of the blue-green. It's almost a little too blue-green. That's called the Flamecaster. We'll come back to that. Anything else that I want? It's kind of interesting. It's a cool staff. It's not right for this mug, though. Also decent, but not quite there. There might be a green version of like one of these things, but it's kind of not enough. I think I liked the one I had earlier, the Flamecaster, more. This just gets into... They get kind of boring as you get earlier in time. Oh, that's an option. Again, green too close to yellow, not close enough to blue, though. And then you're just into sticks. So, if we go back and we grab... Do I want any of the dragon ones? I mean, this has the right colors. I don't know about mixing the Tuskar and the gigantic Naga head that's on my head. So we'll do that. She needs some boots. She's got bare feet. I guess this is just that set. But let's take the bracer off. And then let's see if there's a shoulder that I like with it that's not just the default one. Because that could bring this somewhere else. You want it to be pretty big to be able to kind of hold their ground against the helmet. Or you could do like a two shoulders separately and do like an asymmetrical thing. I don't have that many male shoulders now that I look at it. I don't have an awful lot going on over here. We're already into the boring ones. I guess it's 14 pages. Why? Because this helmet's magnificent. It deserves its own transmog set. Alright, I think these kind of have tentacles, which is good. Eyeball is yellow, which you can argue kind of sort of goes with the fin color. It's a little bit iffy. They're also quite small and like kind of pulled in, which isn't ideal. Should go through this section a little slower. Those colors work better, but the theme is a mess. I might not have anything. I might just do without shoulders. Really? Nothing? Yeah, I mean, you got all this stuff, but like, well, a lot of red. Oh, you know what? I could probably get some cosmetic shoulders from like Veldraken if I wanted to. Yeah, the colors just aren't anywhere close. Alright. Forget the shoulders. What about a cloak? I never have the blue one out. I always have Gurgle. I never use Murgle. Gold to match the trim and piping? If I had gold and green, maybe? That's not awful. But I don't know if it's better than doing nothing. All the super metal ones aren't really doing it for me. I don't want it to look too rigid and stiff because I feel like in this context anything super metallic is gonna rust. It's gonna get corroded. Yeah. The weapon enchant came back. We don't want that. If we're gonna do a weapon enchant, it should be a different one. We can take it to like a more green. You can give it Wraith Chill. Tie it back to the blue in the helmet and also the Murloc. You know what? I never use Wraith Chill. I also never use Void's Edge because it's just so aggressive. It like never looks good. Wraith Chill at least has a chance. I don't know. I often find I don't like using enchants because they're just too distracting from like the actual weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna save that. Do I want gloves? Yeah, I do. I just want the matching gloves. Throw that on, see how we feel. I pretty much just put on an armor set with the helmet and then stuck a Murloc on my back, and I'm not mad about it. Oh, because of the Murloc, the weapon's not going to show unless I unsheath it. Do I have that bound? I thought I put it on comma. I didn't. I move my keybinds for that kind of thing all the time. They're not default keybinders anymore. Alt-V, okay. Yeah, so you can have both that, but you need to manually unsheath. Because then if I go into here and I sheath unsheath. Yeah, so that stuff shows on my evoker's back too. It looks a little goofy. It looks a little ridiculous. It sits really high. But the staff does show, which is actually kind of nice because it doesn't show in this form because of the baby Murloc. Looks like a fun Naga onesie. 10 out of 10. IGN. It's a pretty form of aggressive. All right. I am going to wrap up, but I'll be back tomorrow for some Saturday and Sunday streams. I feel like there's some shaman out leveling in my future. Maybe I'll get back into healing some leveling dungeons, or we'll heal 2 of them and then go, never mind, and go back to questing. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have an excellent Friday, and just generally a wonderful, wonderful day.